Ketsen and Sonido are actually Jester and Brawlman, so they have teamed a lot frequently. And this is a matchup that we've usually seen in winners finals and grand finals.
Top players always team up with even more top players, but wow.
You know, you could say that, but they've definitely teamed with other people before. They just like really like this combination.
Oh,
that was a great tech by Rosalina.
Yeah.
Just goes to show how many times he's been back aired. So, I really like Ketsen and Sonido's team comp here because basically whatever happens is once Ketsen gets a grab, Sonido's just waiting to have a follow-up punish, like with a back air or an up air. But that doesn't really work if they both double team.
Rython synergy as well,
oh yeah, it's also really good.
Has really bad recovery. Doc makes up for it. He'll come out of nowhere and save him, and Falcon come back to ledge.
Right, he'll fall off stage to try to look for him. But we already see that's the team synergy coming up from Jester or Ketsen and Sonido. Like even when they're both far away from each other, they're still looking for follow-ups. This is looking really risky for blue team, just because Cloud is like so high. Like like a Raptor boost would kill. Like basically anything would have killed outside of the stage there.
I want to be careful them.
And there's Sonido looking to take care of his teammate.
Recovery.
This is also really neat too. When you start looking at higher level doubles play, you'll actually see a lot of patience coming back onto the stage. Like you sometimes see it in singles, but in doubles specifically because you're always looking for your teammate to cover your landing option.
Oh, that footstool.
You see that combo that just went down on Sonido? It was like 4 or 5 up airs. Jester with the like, unfortunate SD. Sometimes you're just turned the wrong way, you know?
Yeah.
It's relatively
really
risky.
It's really cautious for her because if she can't hit the ledge, she's just out of there.
Right. And so you saw there too, like once again, you can tell that these teams play a lot. Rython was very cautious in trying to recover. Wow. You know, he might not have made it back, but he definitely got like some damage off of that to make it at least a little bit more worth it.
Even though that SD, even though you died, he's got some. Hey, I'm coming back for you next round.
Right. Like I'll be back and I'll leave some percentage on you, so when I get back, I can just smack you off stage. So we're seeing Sonido miss space, like a bunch of back airs and down airs. We're gonna have to see him start hitting those if he really wants to be able to punish Rython. Like he's trying these auto-canceled back airs here, but you know Rython can just stay in shield and run away. And then he's like misspacing his down airs, so like in order to get past those up tilts that he keeps throwing out, those down airs have to hit.
Yeah.
And this is one convenient thing is Rython obviously can't really go up to try to deal with Jester.
Sonido's going to come out of nowhere. Ooh.
That was a great down smash.
Back with the armor frames. Oh, if you're hitting me, I'm just going to hit you too.
And then the up air came out right before Jester could get his down air out.
Ooh,
and the KO, man. Dude, they kind of stopped this game.
Right there. As soon as Doc was throwing him away, Rython just KO punched.
Yeah.
That was a really hot line. That was a highlight right there.
So this is my favorite part in the set where basically one team knows that they've lost, so they're just kind of like waited out. And this kind of gives them extra time to think about the next match.
Right.
Because obviously like a Rosalina can't come back from a 4-stock deficit against these two players.
Oh, no. Especially if they have like really good team synergy. They can cover each other's downsides.
Well, synergy aside, like your best possible situation is winning 4 1v1s, you know? Like, and what's the likelihood that that's even going to happen?
Oh, no.
Luma's dead. Both Doctor and Rython are very good at dealing with knocking Luma off the side of the stage.
You're going to take Luma out, literally cuts Rose's ability in half.
Well, it's kind of funny. Like, once you take Luma away, Rosa kind of turns from like an A-tier character to like a D-tier character just by eliminating Luma.
I would say C because she still has her good up airs, but
I mean, you got up air strings, but it can't even kill anymore. Like realistically, because you're missing Luma. Like, this Luma is what offers you the most knockback. So you're essentially kind of saying, you know, here's everything good about my character. It's Luma, and then my up airs and down airs. Once you take away Luma, your kill pressure is gone, but your like combo pressure is like still there, like at least in the air. But then now you're even more at risk of being approached because you don't have that like Luma wall. Yeah. But I mean, but you know, in the hands of a good player, like tier lists don't matter as much.
Not as much.
So I'm kind of like, so obviously,
I'm interested to see where they're going to go next.
Right. Well, now that FD is off the table, I think this opens up a lot of like more convenient possibilities for them. So most Little Mac mains will agree that like Town and City is the best Little Mac stage, and I think that Falcon does well there as well. I mean, you know, he's he says he's a Corrin main. He's still realistically a dual main. Are they going to Dreamland? Yo, Corrin gets away with some dirty stuff on Dreamland.
I can imagine. Because Wispy comes out of nowhere. I'm like, hey, I'm gonna bow you a little bit further.
Yeah, like Wispy can kind of help. You've got really cool side B combos, like side B connects on top, like on top of platforms and stuff. It's like super dumb. You get really good air combos with nair, forward air, and up air with Corrin. And then obviously Cloud gets a lot off of up airing on the stage as well. The only character that really kind of suffers here would be Lil Mac. But then we've seen Rython say, I don't really care what stage I'm going to. Like, some are better, but, you know, I can do whatever anywhere. Like, this man just side Bs in the middle of the neutral, because why not, right? Okay, so, Rython grabs sometimes. You never expect it. Oh, it didn't even have to cover him because he was dead anyway.
Yeah, but he was covering him just in case.
I think this is a situation we're seeing that, like, this synergy from Doctor and Rython is, like, not necessarily that much better because they kind of are losing these 1v1s that are coming up. And maybe not necessarily the 1v1s, but at least, like, when they're spaced out, like, they're definitely winning the 2v1 situations.
Yeah.
And the reason that's happening is, like, Rython and Doctor are trying to play relatively safe whenever the other one's not near them. And that was a good gimp. That had to be set up, and it took, like, 15 seconds, but it kills a kill. Great.
Right.
You know, no big deal.
They're just clustered together right now.
Dude, it's so weird seeing like a Little Mac side B in the middle of the neutral because you think he'd get punished, right? But he's spacing it so well that like if it hits, cool. But if not, like he still goes to the middle of the stage and he allows himself to apply more pressure in the neutral. Right. And that was a great combo from Jester and Ketsen. All right, dude, the Gazelle Punch. Do you see that? So the Gazelle Punch is where you immediately get up from the ledge and press it. It was really good.
And the hype is now turning.
Yeah, I don't know who's yelling, but that's okay because we don't have to worry about that. So we're basically dead even here. Almost dead even. We're super close to dead even. Great coverage by Jester, Ketsen. Oh, this is gonna get hard to get used to.
He's still Jester in our eyes.
I'll just call him Jetson.
And I just did.
And Jester deciding to kill his own teammate. Oh, that would have been a good game. But sometimes the other person doesn't fall for it. All right, so if Rython lands this KO punch, they win this game for sure. That's the best way to look at it. But it's gone now, so now it's back to even-ish.
Oh, but like you were saying, the Gazelle punch, it literally sounds like a wake-up DP from Street Fighter.
That's a good way to look at it. Okay, the game is
dead even.
Actually, I'd say it's more in blue team's favor because Little Mac is so like has 130 damage, right? Once they kill Little Mac, they win. Unless Doctor wins the 2v1, which is very unlikely at this level of play. And see, this is the reason that Ketsen is the one who normally grabs because Ketsen's follow-ups are nowhere near as good as Sonido's follow-ups.
That doesn't necessarily say his follow-ups can't happen, but
they both want to go in so bad. Okay, that was so risky. Like
Doc was going for the dunk.
Like if that dare had hit, you would not believe how bad Ketsen would feel.
I can imagine. Oh!
I thought he was gonna suicide. All right, so 1-1. Dreamland showing to be a pretty good counter pick. They definitely didn't win as hard as they did in the first game on FT, but you know that's one of Little Mac's better stages.
And Sonido didn't take any kind of stunts.
Right, but Sonido did apply a ton of pressure. So he put on a lot of percent, and like he was a relevant threat the entire time. So even though he didn't get the kills, like he still definitely pulled his weight. Like you can't look at the results screen and be like, oh, like my teammate got all the kills, like I must have been useless. It's like no, like you probably did a ton of damage. You probably set up a lot of those kills. So like you're a team in doubles, you know.
You can't necessarily look at it as, oh, I pulled all of my weight and you didn't do anything.
Right.
It's even 50-50. Unless you're just literally there for stockholding.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like, there's this one team I saw at Afterglow. It was like a Pac-Man and somebody else. And basically the Pac-Man was like, I'm going to let you go 2v1 and just jumped off the stage and charged fruits nonstop. It's like, okay. No one can really contest him off stage, you know, unless you, like, understand the matchup.
All right, let's see where we're going to go.
Okay, so no character swaps. going to Lilat. That's really interesting. Like, I wouldn't think that Little Mac would like my Lilat that much.
Little Mac likes Lilat at all.
And
But
this
then
isn't
again,
really. This also isn't really that bad.
Like the stage,
That's true, but even with tilting, like, it's actually not that bad for Cloud. Like, as long as you're not like sent all the way to the side, like as far as getting knocked off, you're pretty okay. You like that Nair follow up?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really good too. So like, we're seeing.
A lot of
Yeah, and we're even seeing Cloud try. Oh, he tried with it. We're also seeing Cloud cover Corrin's side B combo with like an up air, which is pretty impressive because that knockback changes drastically depending on how much percent both people are at. Here's the scary part. He's just sitting there holding it. Oh, that's a whiff. That was probably the best possible option Blue Team could have picked to punish that, and it just went right through Captain Falcon. So I think
to run away with this a little bit there.
Actually, you know what? I think I might kind of have an idea of why they might have gone Lilat. Do you really want to go try to gimp somebody on the side of Lilat with how like janky it can be? You know, you don't really want to go off the stage after, so maybe that kind of allows Rython.
Any kind of stage that tilts like that is definitely not.
See, and this is the
right
this is the problem. Like, you might not get attacked off the side of the stage. However, you have to.
The stage is going to be in play at all times.
Yeah, if you can't make it back, it's not really worth it in the first place.
Oh no, because then you're going to get.
Oh, it's okay. It got them both. However, Cloud was at 115 there. There's a big difference than dying at like 30 or 40.
Oh yeah. You can't chuck that up to. Oh, that was my own fault. No, that was the stage that had other plans in mind.
No, I mean, it's still your fault. like you still screwed up. However, like the stage is part of the reason why. Yeah, the stage got an assist.
That's 2 assists so far.
Yeah. I gotta say, Lilat probably the most dangerous ally. So you'll see a lot of Clouds, like if they've got limit, they don't necessarily want to use it on the. It's okay, dude. Take the stock. Did Jester or did oh my gosh, did Sonido just die off the side of the stage? I'll take that as a maybe.
Yeah, I wasn't sure because I was too busy looking at the fact that Rython took one more stop and died.
So anytime you're in doubles, you typically want to try to prioritize the like enemy that has like the most percent. Like, other than the fact that they like did all that work to put Rython at 100, they probably should have just tried to kill Doctor. Because Doctor sitting at 140 basically means like, hey, you can kill me, but until you do that, I'm still applying damage, and that's pretty rough. What? What? Oh.
That was ugly.
I'm gonna predict that the whole purpose of Jester jumping off was for that to happen.
That had to be.
And Sonido spaced that perfectly to get that forward air. Yeah.
I don't think you would just perfectly put yourself out there unless somebody was like, hey, I got a perfect idea for how we can end this matchup high.
Yo, I've got a plan, but I need you to get caught by Falcon's up B. Don't worry about it. I'm going to get him.
Yeah, I'm going to catch you.
All right, so they get another kind of pick, deciding not to go back to Lilat because apparently that stage will kill you.
Oh, yeah. Lilat with 2 assists.
So Dreamland, once again, a great stage for every character. I actually don't know how good it is for Little Mac, but for the other 3 characters, it's a great stage.
I would imagine that would be kind of a little bit less in his favor because Wispy is always a thing.
No, this is Battlefield though. There's no Wispy.
I was just saying because you mentioned Dreamland earlier.
Right. But we're on Battlefield now.
Yeah,
and the platforms are a little different. But so like the problem here is that like there's a higher ceiling in a sense, and there's like really far sides. So it's actually
kind of even. But
so I think it's a little bit more difficult for Rython to get kills here. Although the stage is like relatively like big, he's got a lot of room to like run around and like do, you know, Little Mac things, whatever they may be. Sonido does not care. Man, he killed him. So Cloud's up smash is not great. However, I do love watching that golf swing.
4.
So this is kind of interesting. It seems like they're kind of trying to set up these 1v1 situations because it seems like
a little bit of room to get around for.
Yeah, well, it seems like Ketsen's trying to prioritize Rython and just try to repeatedly gimp him, whereas he's like, okay, like you deal with Doctor and like either try to go even, or, you know, if you can kill him, cool. Okay, we don't need Lilac for characters to kill themselves.
Nope.
You can do it on Battlefield too. Oh! What you know about them up tilts? So, great DI by Ketsen there, deciding to DI away because against Falcon, that's always where you want to go.
Yep.
That was a really good air dodge by Rython. And that was really lucky.
He went for it.
Yeah, I think Rython just waited a bit too long to throw out that KO punch. I think he wasn't sure.
He pulled that trigger a little too late.
Yeah, well, you know, and with a move as like hefty as KO punch, like you don't want to screw it up, right?
Yeah, because if you whiff it, you're immediately asking for something, for a great punish to happen.
No, absolutely, and you just don't want to be a part of that.
No. You want to be as safe as possible and still manage to get something.
That was a really good save by Ketsen. Like he got punished a little bit for it, but it saved Cloud.
Oh, I don't think Doc had his jump.
I don't think he knew that he didn't have his jump. Because if he tried to recover a bit earlier, he might have made it back even if he got hit.
Might have been a little bit longer than they should.
Ketsen has hit Sonido with 2 neutral Bs now.
Yeah.
I don't think either of them were really expecting
get
it.
the optimal punish off of it.
Yeah. Man, you know,
I think he saved him that time.
like I know he has to deal with it a lot, but I think Rython's recovering really, really well this game.
There goes the Rython special.
Smacking someone to up special. Like it's
Well,
so
it's
cool.
effective.
It's so cool. There's a lot of confirms at like lower percents, but once you get to those higher percents, like
It's not really.
it's not confirmed.
No.
Like, and so it's so risky if you miss. All right, Little Mac gonna have to take a stock. Yep. So when Little Mac took that stock there, Doctor basically said, "Okay, I'm playing so safe. I hope you
I
can.
don't want to.
I hope you can 2v1 because I'm so close to dying." I think Doctor's mostly gonna try to cover ledge options and let Little Mac play the neutral,
All right.
which is totally doable for them here. Oh, I didn't think he was
Side
gonna.
B was actually really nice.
That was a super lucky Magnum hands there because I didn't think he was gonna make it.
Right.
Yo, this KO punch could be a game changer. Well, every KO punch could be a game changer. So like, what am I talking about? Okay. That's probably it. I don't see Rython winning a 2v1.
But we've seen crazier things happen.
I have. I mean, I've beaten Doctor and Jester in a 2v1, like, and then you air dodge before you recover. Like sometimes, like you think you're gonna tech.
Force him to air dodge so you won't snap ledge.
Well, not necessarily. He probably also thought that if I get hit, like it'll knock me into the stage. If I press R, like I'll be able to tech, and then no, like you're just gonna air dodge and fall to your death. It happens.